Well, when Mike and Luke and I were in college, we had a chance to go and visit different schools for different things. And we always remember going in and reading to kids. And those are the kinds of moments that you could tell you made a difference.
Ryan was really the one that always said, what can we do to continue to pay forward, to not just to give back, but to start something and create something that will, last for a long, long time and really help our community. And that's what we all kind of stuck our heads together and wrapped around the idea of, hey, how can we promote literacy?
That first year we raised enough money to buy 7 second grade classrooms books, and it wasn't very many, but we did 4 on one day and went and read to them, and we did 3 on the next day, and so it was a pretty quick program.
And so that's kind of how Second and Seven was born. We not only wanted to read to children, but we wanted to give them a reminder of the time spent together.
So here in Central Ohio, we're reading in schools 2 times every week throughout the year from September through May. We are visiting a different Columbus City school. We're taking athletes from the Ohio State University or local other colleges or universities or high school student athletes. Now across the country we have nearly 200 programs running in half the states, which is so exciting for us.
It's a life skill. We know in this area that our graduation rate is not where it should be in the city, and a lot of that comes down to how successful they are as an elementary student. So having these books and teaching basic reading skills early on is helping prepare them for lifelong success.
Illiteracy is a huge problem, especially in the inner city. So to have those individuals come into a school such as Parkmore and others within Columbus City schools, it exposes our children not only to literacy, but to a whole nother world of possibilities they didn't even know was possible because no one has ever talked to them about it. And so that interest, it starts to spark an interest, and that's why they're holding on to the every word that they read. So the book is so important, the story and the morals that come out of the books that they read for Second and Seven with the hog mollies. The words that they produce in those books, those are important because it then opens up their mind to another world of imagination. So it's just important their impact they have on the schools.
So we were about 4 or 5 years into Second and Seven when all of a sudden here we are, we've got this idea that maybe we should start to write a children's book. And with that came all sorts of ideas. And the first book we ever wrote was The Hog Mollies and the Pickle Pie Party. And what's exciting about that one is it's all about teamwork, which is basically the story of Second and Seven.
The Hog Mollies are our group of characters that are featured in all of our books. Duke, Hoppy, Harley, and Sprout go on a new adventure every year, and they learn an important life lesson. So every year we decide on a theme for our book, and then we want to get an endorsement on the back that someone who is a role model in the community.
There's nothing more fundamental for young people in their development than reading. Reading is I think, the lifeblood that one needs to pay attention to and take part in.
When I learned what Second and Seven was about and what these 3 guys were doing in terms of going out and attempting to make life better for young kids, I said to myself, hey, whatever they need, I'm going to try to help.
Don't tell anybody this, but I read the books on the airplane, which I do. I'm sure they're looking at me like, what is this man doing? I'm going to go see my grandkids, okay? Jeez. Of course, it's an honor for me to be involved because Second and Seven is known for this whole area here, what they've done for young people.
First of all, it's the right thing to do. Second of all, fighting illiteracy is an incredible cause. And even more important, as important, is to teach people to be servant leaders, to be, God gave them these great gifts. With those great gifts comes great responsibility. And great responsibility is to be a great role model and also give back to your community.
I feel blessed that I've been able to be around such great people that help grow the organization from 55 kids at a football camp and 7 second grade classrooms to now all parts of the country.
To have the amount of universities that have kind of adopted the program and really used it in not just the outreach in their community, but for their student athletes to be able to have an opportunity to go out and realize the impact that they have and try to really touch their hearts so that, as they leave wherever it is, whatever sport they've been doing, that they have an opportunity to maybe start something new.
I think it's been a fun year reflecting on 20 years because I don't think any of us could have predicted where we are now. Touching individuals' lives across the country and hearing their stories week after week and knowing that we can continue to do that. There's still a lot of work to do. We're in 26 states. We'd love to be in all of them.
we're well beyond our wildest dreams. We're off the page as it relates to what we envisioned Second and Seven, where it would be at this point 20 years later. So while we're super excited that we are living beyond our wildest dream, we now each and every year dream new dreams. And so now we're in nearly every county in the state of Ohio. Student athletes from all over the state are reading to children, and that's exciting. Student athletes all over the country should have the opportunity to engage the second graders in their community and read to them and give them a book. That's exciting. So I don't think we're going to stop until that mission is accomplished.
To see the joy on the second graders' faces, to see the joy on the readers' faces, it just creates a bond and a partnership that warms your heart, and there just aren't words. You just have to see it in action.
If you have something to give, do it. That's why it's been provided to you, not for you to hold on to it. If you have a gift to read, if you have a gift to love, if you have a gift to care for others, it is your due diligence, it's your responsibility, it's your duty to give back. And if you're giving to the greater good, that's what life is about. That's what life is all about, is giving back. And that's what Second Seven is about.
This foundation is so unique, and it just takes a book. And so it's so interesting that a book brings two people together, and that these two people will remember this for the rest of their lives. It just takes one book to bring two lives together.